So this right here is a video I took last night when I was like half asleep and I was up from COVID. I have COVID and I was up on like half the night last night having trouble sleeping. Probably because I kept smoking and kept irritating me.
I still got COVID.
So dumb.
Obviously.
But anyways, okay, so hold up.
Man.
Sorry about that. So main reason why I'm doing this. Okay, that's a stupid picture of my face. That's a little better. Alright, so I had to do this, re-record this type thingy, majingy, because I just was about to upload it and I listened to it and I realized I was talking about COVID quite a bit and giving a little bit too much info that could be misleading because I don't know anything about COVID. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. So I can't speak on that, but what I can tell you all is you should always go to the CDC or the WHO website or call them or whatever, however you get in touch with them or find out about it. Other than, I would recommend, just personally, I would recommend that you don't watch it on the news. That you don't listen to nothing on the news. I'm not telling you not to listen to the CDC or the WHO on the news. I'm saying if you're going to listen to the CDC and the WHO, which you should do, which you have to do, you need to go to their website, because I feel, and I think any logical and normal human being would feel, that going straight to the source would be as effective or more effective than getting it from a middleman called the media, which is heavily political. So, I mean, I'd rather, get it from the actual, well, what's supposed to be a non-political organization. Well, I mean, the media is supposed to be that too, but I mean, this is supposed to be even more non-political. Because of the fact that it's health and shit, like that's not, health is not supposed to be political, but, 2020 came and said, yeah, well, I don't think that that's an accurate statement. I think health is political. That's what 2020 told us. They said, fuck you, you think health isn't political? Well, I'll show you. You watch this, what's going to happen? World's going to go crazy. Anyways, so yeah, always listen to the CDC and the WHO, listen to the guidelines and the recommendations, etc., etc. Same with on the vax. If you got any any questions or yada yada, blah blah blah. If you want to know anything about the vaccine, you go to the CDC website or the WHO website. Or the FDA website or whatever. I don't even really know what website you would go to find information on that, but I would imagine you could probably figure out a way or a link from there. But anyway, as I gave that, I might edit parts of this video as I am shirtless like a moron and I have man boobs, as I will explain in this video. But yeah, here we go.
In this post, this ain't no joke. Legitimately can't wear no shirt. And I ain't trying to show no man boobs on YouTube, so I'm gonna keep it neck up. For maybe slide down there and show you some of my tattoos. But other than that, my man boobs are kind of embarrassing, so I'm gonna just slide like this. Okay? Oh man, straight up. Okay, no, seriously though.
It's embarrassing watching you all fucked up, past deuce. Man, it's embarrassing watching myself.
All jokes aside, COVID sucks, bro. Really does suck. I'm not feeling well, man. It's been a lot of up here, man. Like, oh fuck, it's bloody. It's broad. I'll tell you one thing though. My kids sure aren't fucking having that bad of a time. They're hyper as fuck. Like, it's like it don't even affect them whatsoever.
Preach, old me.
I'm drained.
I mean, young me.
Completely fucking drained.
Few hours.
Fucking.
I mean, 6 or 7 hours.
I'm fucking drained.
Probably 12 hours younger than me.
Like, my throat, my air, all this shit is fucked. I'm drained. It sucks. I don't like it. I really don't like it, man. It really really sucks. I know it's like kind of hard to explain too, because it's not like a traditional sickness like the flu or something like that. It's really fucking. It's really shitty. Like, it's not like as bad as the flu, to be honest. Not as bad so far, knock on wood.
I had like acid reflux.
But it's not as bad as the flu. So far, knock on wood.
I kept like looking like I was.
But it sucks because your body gets these aches, like aches in my joints and stuff, and not in this joint. This joint's alright, although it kind of sucks trying to smoke it with all this stuffiness going on up here. But, like, I can breathe okay with my nose, but man, it's all way out. It's like my brain. So my brain's coming down from my nasal cavities. It's like my brain swelled up in the back of my throat.
What the fuck?
Oh, fuck, it's so bad. It's a weird feeling. But I'll tell you, that's probably why they stick that big stick up your nose, because that's where all the virus is at or something, because that's all I feel. All I feel is that all this shit in here, and it's fucking gross. It just feels wrong. It feels bad. It feels nasty. It feels like there's like a brain parasite attached inside of my eyeballs and nose. I mean, it's rough. It is rough. But,
that's nasty sounding.
Because normally I took my clonazepam, which I'm prescribed to.
Man, no wonder I didn't post this on YouTube.
And I took my gabapentin, which was cold, laying on my bed.
I just wanted to pause
just fucking out cold, going to sleep. Maybe sleeping. Right now I'm fucking like on autopilot. Not knowing what to say.
Kidding, bud.
What do whatever. Man, smoking a joint.
Yeah,
trying to smoke a joint
slip,
without
dude.
dying.
Come on. I swear to God, if I slip a nipple like Janet Jackson at the Grammys, I'm gonna fucking flip out. So fucking, I'm fucking with you. Well, I mean, I do have massive man boobs, but
I worry about my parents though, because they're in that age where they're at risk, right? So I really gotta be cautious around them. Cautious around them. They already got it. Like, I don't know what to. I gotta keep an eye on them, is what I'm saying. Because this COVID's right weird. It's like you feel like you're 100% fine. Like you're good gravy, like it's all good. You're like, man, this COVID is over. Man, it's been like 5 minutes and I feel totally fine. And 5 minutes later, you're like, oh, my fucking brain balls, my head, my fucking nose, my throat, and I feel like doing nothing. And like 20 minutes later, you get this burst of energy and you're like, oh, what up? I'm fucking all good, great, ready to go, let's go. And then it's like, what am I saying? And then you start just being like lack of sleep, fucking rambling, nonsense, lunatic, shirtless, weirdo, and a cold ass garage. Taking a video of himself, purposely cutting it, rambling, nonsense, lunatic, shirtless, weirdo, in a fucking cold ass garage. Taking a video of himself, purposely cutting out his large man breasts. Yeah.
I should have fucking pre-watched the whole thing before.
Well, at least when I get a COVID.
When I get a COVID.
Oh no, I won't even lie to you. I think I had COVID at least like 3 other times before this, because this is literally the exact same.
This is where I was
that I've had.
I skipped through parts
multiple times.
I
skipped through like lots of it,
but I watched some of this.
Well, you get tested. I got tested every time I was supposed to, but every time like they suggested I got tested, I was like, nope. Like every time they forced me to, when I was in close contact, I did, because I had to, or I get like fired. Sorry, it was from work. But every time, like, I knew I was around someone who had it, or every time I had a really bad cold, I knew all the symptoms for COVID. I was like, fuck getting the test, because if I get a test and it comes up positive, I'm gonna be fucking like isolated for 2 weeks straight, like back in the day anyway. Back in the day, a couple months ago, pretty much. We just started doing this week thing. But they shouldn't even have done none of it anyway. It's like a flu. It's just like another thing that gets people sick and could possibly kill them, just like every other fucking disease in the whole wide.
Yeah, I like what I'm saying here, but I'm only gonna leave this on until we're at like 10 minutes here of this, because it looks like I rambled on for about 16 minutes 34 seconds.
World. Every other communicable transmissive blah, 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 disease and virus in the whole wide motherfucking world, and this is super mild compared to some of these viruses that are transmissible and will kill the fuck out of you. Like they won't even kill you once; they'll kill you 5, 6, 7 times, and then like a couple more times after that, just because those diseases like SARS, like the original SARS. That's all cool. This is just fucking like the remnants of SARS from the original SARS in 2003. Like, I fucking, I don't know anything about this. I have to fucking say right straight now, 110%, do not take my advice on anything to do with COVID. I always fucking kind of forget this shit when I talk about COVID on YouTube, but you do not take my advice. You take the CDC and the WHO's advice. That is the responsible thing to do. You go on their website.
We're good. What else did I get? Did I do anything else crazy? Let's see. Alright, let's see what I say from here on.
Information on COVID.
Still talking to
because shit I say on here, take it with a grain of salt. It's a joke. All of it's jokes. I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you how I feel. I know I have COVID, and so does everyone in our family. We took a rapid test, and all 6 of us in this house were positive on the rapid test, so pretty damn sure it is quite definitive. Yeah, so fucking... Yeah, and the thing that's pissing me off a lot is I won't even lie, I can't smell no motherfucking thing. Because that first one, like yesterday when we got diagnosed with COVID, I was like, man, I don't know, man. It must not be as strong as it used to be. Because I remember back when I had the cold that I was pretty sure it was COVID, I had no smell, I had no taste, my tongue got like tingly and numb. That I think I had the Delta back then because like I remember that was terrible. I just was too scared to get checked, but I remember I took time off work and everything. My tongue, I couldn't taste anything. My tongue felt like it was like, my tongue almost felt like, I don't know if you ever done this when you were a kid, but when I was a kid, we used to put our tongues on like those batteries, those like rectangle batteries that have those 2 little circles at the top, and you put your tongue on it, and it feels like it zaps with like electricity, and it like makes your tongue tingle. That's what I made my tongue feel like the whole time that I had some extremely bad cold that was about 50 times worse than this. And I'm pretty sure I had the Delta that time because that was when the Delta was going around really bad. I just didn't get checked, but I took time off work, so I didn't want to fucking pass it on, but I didn't get checked because I didn't want to get put in isolation tank and fucking treated like a bubble boy for 2 weeks, so, yeah. Anyways, fucking now, this one, I mean, I can taste, which is definitely a great thing because I like food, especially if I smoke a little shizzy here. I love food, so, my taste, I'm glad I still got my taste. Still got fucking tobacco stains on my damn fingers. It's like a really bad, actually, that's not, I was gonna say that's really bad. No, I was eating cheesies earlier, that makes sense now. I was like, what the fuck? Anyways, what the fuck was I talking about? Where was I, man? Where was I? I am in the garage. Wait, who are you? Oh, you're a camera. Okay. Autopilot.
Autopilot, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm doing, autopilot.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay.
Yeah, weed smoking, autopilot. Yeah.
Okay. Man, I'm fucking straight up crazy. Like, batshit crazy sometimes. Alright, peace.